Welcome to Chronovest. So, that first paycheck just hit your bank account, right? I mean, the feeling is incredible, but it also brings up a pretty big question. What do you actually do with it? Don't worry, we've got you. In this explainer, we're going to break down a really simple roadmap to make that first salary the foundation of your financial freedom starting today. Okay, so let's be real. That money is just sitting there. And the urge to finally buy that new phone or those sneakers or treat all your friends, it's real. And hey, you've earned it. But there's also that little voice in the back of your head that's saying, shouldn't I be saving this? This is all about finding that perfect balance. Enjoying your money now while also building a really secure future. All right, first things first, let's talk about what just happened. You've basically unlocked a whole new level of financial freedom. Finally, right? You can buy what you want when you want, and you should absolutely enjoy that feeling. But if everything is just going straight into that shopping cart, you're going to find yourself completely broke way before your next salary even shows up. And that leaves you in a really tough spot if some unexpected problem comes along. Which brings us to probably the single most important first step, building your financial shield. Before we even get into talking about making money, we have to talk about protecting the money you already have. Because, well, life happens. So your very first layer of protection is what we call an emergency fund. The goal here is pretty simple. Save at least 3 months of your take-home salary and put it in a separate savings account that's super easy to get to. This is your oh no fund for when the car breaks down, or you have a medical issue, or you suddenly need to find a new job. And just to be crystal clear, this money is not for investing. It's for your peace of mind. Okay, so with your emergency fund starting to grow, it's time to add the second layer to your shield, insurance. Now, this is for the huge, life-changing problems that your savings alone just can't cover. It's the one thing that prevents a single unlucky event from completely wiping out all your financial progress. And it's so important to understand the two types you absolutely need. Think of it like this. Term insurance protects your family from your absence. So if something happens to you, it provides for them. Health insurance, on the other hand, protects your savings from huge hospital bills. It makes sure that getting sick doesn't make you go broke. One is for them, one is for you. And honestly, both are non-negotiable. All right, so you're protected. Now, let's get a handle on your monthly cash flow. And the easiest way to do this is with a brilliantly simple idea, the 50-30-20 rule. Now, the magic of this rule is that you don't need any complicated spreadsheets or fancy apps. It's just a simple guide to make sure you're not only paying your bills, but also actually enjoying the money you earn, while, and this is the key part, still putting money aside for your future. It's really about living well today and tomorrow. So here's how it breaks down. 50% goes to your needs. That's stuff like your rent, your bills, groceries. 30% is for your wants. This is the fun stuff like eating out, shopping, hobbies. And that final crucial 20%, that's you, paying your future self first through savings and investments. This simple chart is basically your entire budgeting compass. Let's actually put some numbers on this. So let's say your after-tax salary is 80,000 rupees a month. That means 40,000 for your needs. Then you've got 24,000 of guilt-free spending money for your wants. And most importantly, 16,000 gets automatically tucked away for your savings and investments. See how simple that is? No complex targeting needed. So you're protected and you have a budget. Now we get to the really exciting part, making your money start to make more money for you. This is how we move from just saving to actually building wealth. Einstein wasn't kidding. Compounding is this little bit of magic that happens when your investments start earning their own money. And the secret ingredient? It's time. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. It's kind of like a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. With enough time, it can grow into a massive avalanche of wealth. Okay, so how do you actually start investing? Well, the single best way for beginners is something called a systematic investment plan, or SIP. This just takes all the guesswork out of it. You're not trying to be some genius who can time the market. You're just consistently investing a fixed amount every single month. It basically turns investing into a simple, automatic habit. The secret sauce behind a SIP is this really cool concept called rupee cost averaging. So here's how it works. When the market is down and prices are low, your fixed monthly amount automatically buys more units. It's like you're getting a discount. But when the market is up and prices are high, that same amount buys fewer units. Over time, this all averages out your cost and protects you from the stress of trying to invest only at the perfect moment. You're basically turning market ups and downs into your friend. Okay, so now that you have the tools for success,
Let's talk about the traps. Because knowing what to do is half the battle. Knowing what not to do is the other half.
These are the 4 classic mistakes. There's lifestyle inflation. That's where your spending rises just as fast as your salary does. There's procrastination, thinking, oh, I'll start saving next year, and losing out on priceless time for your money to grow. Being uninsured, which is kind of like driving without a seatbelt. And finally, credit card debt, which is the absolute fastest way to destroy your financial progress. Avoid these at all costs. Speaking of debt, let's zoom in on credit cards for a second. When you use them right, they are an incredible tool. Every single time you use it, and, now this is the important part, pay the entire bill off each month, you're building a good credit score. And that score is what's going to help you get approved for big loans later on, for a car or even your first home. But here's the trap. If you only pay that little minimum amount due and you let the rest of the balance roll over, oh man, the insane interest rates will bury you in a mountain of debt. The golden rule is super simple. Treat your credit card like a debit card. If the money isn't in your bank account to pay it off in full, just don't spend it. So let's bring this all together. Here is your 5-step action plan. Number 1, build your 3-month emergency fund. 2, get insured, both term and health. 3, manage your money with the 50-30-20 rule. 4, start investing with a SIP, even if it's a small one. And 5, use your credit card responsibly. That's it. This is your roadmap to financial freedom. Look, building wealth isn't about some secret, complicated formula. It's really about starting now and just staying consistent. So please, don't put this off. The single best thing you can do for your financial future is to take one of these small steps today. Thanks for watching.